Greetings and welcome to In-Depth. I'm Dike Rostant. The WASA Customer Service Improvement Survey was officially launched on Friday, 19th April. Management consultant Alisha Romano and Senior Manager Customer Accounting and Revenue Enhancement Patrina Abdool, they join us to discuss the function of this initiative, who it helps, and how you can contribute to its success. Welcome, ladies. Thank you so much for your time. And let's start with you, please, Ms. Romano. What is the issue that this survey hopes to help address?
Hi, so thank you very much for that question. This survey is actually part of our entire digitization process. We're transforming WASA digitally. In other words, we are using technology to help optimize our general operations. That is our water and wastewater services. So to digitize any process and to actually utilize the data that now be collected to optimize, as I said, we actually need data. So a lot of our records are actually quite outdated. The last time such a survey was actually conducted by the Water and Sewage Authority was in 1997. So we are simply trying to update our records. We're trying to find out exactly where the majority of our customers are located. Over the years, people have moved. We have different properties changing hands. We have new developments all over the country. We must have an updated record of where all of our customers are. So this survey hopes to solve that problem so that we can ultimately better serve our customers.
I like the amount of times you said serve or service in that answer, Ms. Romano. But let's move to you, please, Ms. Abdool, in terms of sometimes you see a questionnaire and just the way that the questionnaire looks, it feels as though you're going to be butching your head into a wall. So what does this questionnaire look like? Possibly some of the questions that would be in it. Tell me a little bit about the questionnaire itself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the questionnaire in itself is geared towards improving the service level to the customers. So you'll see questions that will pertain to what type of service connection do you have? Do you have adequate storage capacity? If you do, what is your storage capacity? They also look at asking you questions in terms of how many occupants are there in the property that you occupy at that point in time. The questions are really geared to asking you in terms of how can we better serve you in the event that there's a disruption in supply. Do you have the storage capacity there? In the event for some reason that we have shut down in the area, how that we can communicate with you? So they're asking us in terms of how was the best mode of communication for you? Is it via telephone landline? Is it via your cell phone? Is it via WhatsApp? They also ask you in terms of what is the best mode of communication for you? Which do you use most? Do you visit our customer service center? Do you normally call our customer care hotline? What is the last interaction you would have had with WASA? Was it, and we go move on to the customer service side. What was your experience? How we can better improve? Those type of questions that we normally ask you in the survey. Apart from the operational side in terms of are you connected to a WASA sewer system so that we'll be able to gauge how many customers are connected to our sewage system. As you will understand, we're not just focusing on the water supply, we're also focusing on the sewer supply side as well.
Good to know about that. Thank you so much. But ladies, how will these results be used? And I'll take it to you, please, Ms. Romano. Is it that the cutoff date for this instrument or this survey is X, and when you have that information, what do you do with the raw data in hand? What do you use the results to do? What are next steps, as in incremental steps?
Of the data, we are rolling it out in two phases. The first phase, as we call it, the digital phase, whereby persons are encouraged to use the link to the survey and complete the survey online. But as of the 1st of July, we have actually engaged several hundreds of personnel to go out into the field, door to door, to our various customers, to actually assist them in filling out the form. During the online aspect, we also have customer service representatives visiting the various corporations across the country and at all of our customer service centers who can also assist you. But as of the 1st of July, we would have persons in the field going door to door to try to assist those who have not yet been able to complete the survey online. So that should be between the months of July to, I believe, the end of September. So after that, all the data that's been collected will be fully verified. We actually have verification ongoing as everyone fills out the form. We continuously verify the data so that we have persons in-house calling all persons that would have completed the survey just to confirm that the data that they would have actually put into completing the survey is accurate and it fully represents what they wanted to share with us. This data would then be utilized both to improve our customer service to every single customer, both present and future, as well as to assist in our operations team with respect to creating new projects for new water treatment plants, new booster stations, new wells. Because if we find from the data collected that there are many persons living in an area and that the present water capacity to supply that area is insufficient, therefore, it will assist us with capital investment into new water infrastructures.
And I was going with another one to Ms. Abdool, but Ms. Romano, how will team members who are pounding pavements and meeting people where they are at home, how will they be branded? What will they have on their persons? Because I'm sure the potential question is, this person said it from WASA. How do I know?
Yes, that's an excellent question. So we have particular uniforms that we will share with the public. We will let them know that persons wearing these uniforms are from WASA. Of course, each of those field personnel will be equipped with proper identification. And then our contact center will have a list of all such personnel so that if someone approaches your door and you are feeling a bit unsure as to whether or not this person is legitimately from the Water and Sewage Authority, you can simply call our contact center and verify that Tom Jones, is this person really verified and legitimate from the Water and Sewage Authority, and can I, in fact, discuss and complete the survey with them. But I just must add, the survey, it is a very short survey, approximately 5 minutes. All you really need is a copy of your ID, or you just need to know the number of one of your forms of identification and your WASA account number. So it can actually be completed at your gate, so no one really needs to come into your home.
All right, thank you so much. And it's good to have in different sort of, or the same information shared in different ways. So there is a bit of information that we're going to share with you before going to break, before coming back to resume this conversation with a Senior Manager, Customer Accounting and Revenue Enhancement, Patrina Abdool, as well as Management Consultant, Alisha Romano. Stay with us. We'll return after this.
Transforming to better serve you. Your participation is key. Embark on our digital transformation journey. Understanding your needs is our priority. Here's how to complete the survey. Step 1. Log on to www.wasa.gov.tt. Select the Customer Service Improvement Survey to the left of the screen. Step 2. Fill out the relevant sections. With your WASA bill and a form of identification in hand, complete the required fields. Step 3. Geotag your property. Ensure accuracy by geotagging your property in the Customer Account Information section. And if you complete the survey at your location, the PIN will default to where you are. It's that simple. Step 4. Click Submit, and you're done. Your feedback matters. Transforming together for a better tomorrow. Thank you for your participation. Transforming to better serve you. Your participation is key. Embark on our digital transformation journey. Understanding your needs is our priority. Here's how to complete the survey. Step 1. Log on to www.wasa.gov.tt. Select the Customer Service Improvement Survey to the left of the screen. Step 2. Fill out the relevant sections. With your WASA bill and a form of identification in hand, complete the required fields. Step 3. Geotag your property. Ensure accuracy by geotagging your property in the customer account information section. And if you complete the survey at your location, the PIN will default to where you are. It's that simple. Step 4. Click submit. And you're done. Your feedback matters. Transforming together for a better tomorrow. Thank you for your participation.
Welcome back. We are discussing the WASA Customer Service Improvement Survey. We're doing so with Management Consultant Alisha Romano, as well as Senior Manager, Customer Accounting and Revenue Enhancement, Patrina Abdool. Miss Abdool, I want you to answer the person who says, me, I not doing that. Because the water situation is a little less than legal, and they probably, they don't necessarily feel like changing it. What do you tell that person?
Right. Well, to be quite honest, I could probably understand you may not want to come out and say, okay, WASA, I have a legal connection. But at the end of the day, you must want to do some sort of business with a financial institution. You must want to go to licensed zone office to renew your driver's license or to have a sale of a vehicle procedure transferred. Those are all requirements that ask you for an updated utility bill, WASA being one of them. So when that time comes and you have to provide that information, what then? Then at that point, then you will come back to the authority and say, I need to regularize my service. In the event that we have a shutdown in a particular area, planned or unplanned, and WASA is sending truck-borne into the hard-hit areas, you are going to be left out in that planned supply that WASA is going to send out through the truck-borne supply. So then you will be missing on opportunities by having a legal connection through the proper process. So yes, at this point in time, to you, you might see it as a perk, but at the end of the day, when it comes to engaging outside of the authority, doing business, the ease of doing business is going to become a problem for you.
I like that answer. It kind of reminds me of the saying that night runs until morning catch 'em. But and even looking at, and it's not even necessarily a make-out scenes as opposed to it's just logical and it's just objective. This is just facts. But in terms of facts, Ms. Romano, is it a make-out scene? How confidential is the survey and the results of it? What about the personal information? Who sees that and where does it go?
Thank you. Very good question again. So the data that we are collecting is your data, and will be held extremely confidential. So we do have at the very front of the form a confidentiality agreement before you actually agree to continue filling out the form. And it simply states that this information will only be utilized by the Water and Sewage Authority. And as Ms. Abdool would have said in a different forum, most of the data that you'll be giving us, we already have it. We're just updating, perhaps confirming your actual address. Maybe you have a telephone number that's different, but we have guaranteed that your information will be held very confidential. And it is really information to help us better serve you in the long run. So you rest assured the data is safe.
All right, thank you so much for that. Ms. Abdool, are there situations where the domicile would have changed hand or the property would have changed hands? So there's a lot of paperwork. I mean, everything is above board, but at the same time, the name that is on the property is not necessarily the name or the person who pays the bills. Is that taken into consideration? Is that an issue?
Well, it's not an issue, and it's a very good question. And actually, the survey itself, when you yourself decide to fill out the survey, you will see it captures that information. It has, under the account information, it asks you the account holder. And as you proceed to continue with the survey, it asks you, is the occupier the owner of the property? If no, you put in the information, and it also says, if the owner is deceased, yes or no. And then you identify, it's just a click, yes or no. And then you put in who's the occupier and the contact information for that. Once you send that and you hit submit, the persons that are processing on the back end, they will automatically make the telephone call to the person that would have sent their contact info, and we will guide you on the process moving forward to have that regularized so that you can have your name on the account or in care of as the processing of the documents is taking place.
Thank you so much. Ms. Romano, expand on it a little bit, please, because you did previously, but what are some of the other projects, initiatives that this survey ties into? You spoke of if the survey helps individuals come to the fact that, okay, there's something that we need to be that needs to be done here, like a capital project, or we need to dig a well. What are some of the other things that it ties into directly? Because I know CWIP, I wouldn't say it's the best kept secret, but it's something that it kind of flies below the radar, and it doesn't necessarily spend as much money, but a lot of work is done. So what are some of the other projects that this survey ties into, please and thanks?
So thank you. So yes, we did speak a bit earlier on the capital investment projects, and that speaks to new well infrastructure. We also look at new water treatment facilities. We also look at new pipeline infrastructure, because there are some areas where people have moved to that did not have actual pipelines being connected to our major water supply network. So these are some of the capital investment projects. But there are many other projects. For example, many persons contact our call center and they have complained bitterly that they are left in line for quite a long time. They're number 42, number 46 on the line. WASA is in the process of actually changing out that system such that we intend to invest in an interactive voice response system, such that when you call, you will actually get an automated response letting you know that we're aware where you're calling from, that there is or is not an outage with respect to your water supply, and immediately tell you that this situation will be remedied within an hour or 2 hours. For us to be able to roll something like that out, we must know where each one of our customers is located. In addition to which, when you call, we at WASA would like to immediately be able to let you know that the source of your supply is experiencing some technical difficulty, etc. And for this to happen, again, we must know where you are located. So with respect to this survey, it is tying into many other digital projects. We're actually rolling out a new mobile application soon to all customers. And these are just 3 of the various applications that the Water and Sewage Authority is trying to roll out, all towards better serving the customer and bringing a better supply to each and every one of our customers.
And we want to thank you so much, ladies. Senior Manager, Customer Accounting and Revenue Enhancement, Patrina Abdool, as well as Management Consultant, Alisha Romano. And it's a kind of implacable argument where it's just logic, according to some people, facts over feelings. So we look forward to see what will be coming out of this survey, and I'm sure it's all good things. So thank you so much for your time. We go once more to that ad again, giving you that information. But on behalf of the entire TTT News team, I'm Dike Rostant. This has been In Depth with me. Thank you so much for joining us.
Transformation journey. Understanding your needs is our priority. Here's how to complete the survey. Step 1. Log on to www.wasa.gov.tt. Select the Customer Service Improvement Survey to the left of the screen. Step 2. Fill out the relevant sections. With your WASA bill and a form of identification in hand, complete the required fields. Step 3. Geotag your property. Ensure accuracy by geotagging your property in the customer account information section. And if you complete the survey at your location, the PIN will default to where you are. It's